What I'm showing here is a Kohler carburetor baffle kit. It's a part number 82-755-24. It's for the KT and Magnum twin-cylinder engines with the Walbro carburetors. And this particular modification is to prevent carbon from fouling one of the cylinder spark plugs, because the way the gas vapor is distributed in one of the cylinders, this usually happens in just a few minutes when running the engine at idle speed, and then the fouling plug must be changed again. At full throttle, the problem does not occur. And we're going to do this in a Cub Cadet 1872 with a 18 horsepower Magnum engine in it that's got about 500 hours. We want to try this first before we do any overhaul with the engine, because this was a recommended modification to do back in the 80s. I'll go over some of the part numbers of this kit. It's pretty difficult to come by. I had to order some of the parts separately from some of the Kohler distributors, and the biggest part to get is the aluminum baffle, which you can see in the center. It's about 20 thousandths thick. You could probably make one. It's got 18 little fins on it, and we'll go over some of the parts. There's two studs. You remove the old studs from the engine and you put these two new studs in, and the stud part numbers is a 41-072-19. They're 5/16, 18, and 1 1/4 long, and there's two of those. Over here we've got two gaskets. They're the same part number. It's a carb gasket. It's a 271030, and I think the way this goes is one goes on a manifold, the baffle goes on top of that with the fins facing in towards the manifold, and then there's another gasket goes on top of the baffle. And the baffle part number is called a carb baffle. It's a 52-063-40. And over here on the left side we've got two more gaskets. One of the gaskets at the bottom is an air cleaner elbow gasket, which may be on there already now. It's a 25-041-06. Up above that we have another gasket. It's a 277093. And over to the left here we got two spark plugs. Kohler part number is a 52-132-02, but it's a Champion RV17YC, and I think they're anti-foul plugs. And over in the top section here we basically got a one-sheet instruction on how to do it. It's not very hard, and the instruction sheet says it's a carburetor baffle kit 82-755-24 for the KT and the Magnum twin-cylinder engines with Walbro carburetors. It's important to state that it's for the modifications for the Walbro carburetors that are on these engines. I guess that's probably part of the cause of the fuel combustion in the cylinder, causing the spark plug to carbon right up. And it happens very, very quickly. So you could be going through very many spark plugs in a short order. I will try to get on a Kohler forum, and I'll post this, lots of pictures to this, and I hope to make another video, a part 2 on this, to show you how we installed it and if it's going to be successful. And I'll post this under Kohler carburetor baffle kit 82-755-24. So if anyone is interested, there'll be some more pictures to go along with this. That's it for this part.